You've spoken about not knowing about the commercial success and that sort of thing is beside you. You're just focused on making the best record you can. But in terms of No Jacket Required, it was number one all over the world. It was diamond certified in the US for 12 times platinum, 6 times platinum in the UK, 3 Grammys, I think it won, something daft like that. It was a phenomenon. Is that the biggest album, biggest selling album that you've worked on?
Maybe. It was amazing. I mean, when we started the tour to promote No Jacket Required, it hadn't really hit yet. And we were playing small venues because he was just this drummer who was in a band kind of thing. And all of a sudden, like Susudio hit the charts. And all of a sudden we were canceling gigs and moving into arenas. And so, I mean, it happened so fast with him. And it was a remarkable little journey that we all found ourselves on. It was kind of like a musical tsunami that we got swept up in. But that was, yeah, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing something from that album. He really did. And in becoming this incredible artist overnight, especially the British press just treated him like shit. That all the reviews were terrible. They would be really kind of demeaning to him, saying, "Oh, it's the Cabbage Patch Kid of rock" and all that. And he took so much of that to heart. And it was really sad to watch because I'm going, we just played for 20,000 people. They went crazy. And the reviewer said, "You suck." And you think the show sucked because of that. But the press was always really unkind to Phil. And he's one of the greatest artists of the generation. So, but that album to me was just one of those ones that so stands the test of time. I mean, I can sit and listen to it today, and it's, what, 40 years ago we did that, and it still feels fresh. But that's probably one of the only heartbreaks I feel at this point is that Phil is not going to be working anymore. Because Phil was probably one of the most gifted, talented artists I've ever worked with. And I loved it. I mean, I love him as a friend and stuff, but he's had so many health issues and stuff. It's been difficult, but it was remarkable a couple of years back when we did the Not Dead Yet tour. And he can't play drums anymore because he had back surgery that screwed up the nerves to his hands and all this crap. And he has a condition called drop foot, where he really can't feel his right leg, so he has to walk with a cane just to, he can walk, but it's not as stable as he needs to be. Could fall. And so he was sitting on a stool for the whole show. And I think there was concern, would people accept him? And we were out there playing 80,000 seat,
Mhm.
stadiums. And the people were going crazy for him because they wanted to be in his presence and they wanted to hear those songs. And he did a very credible performance in there. But I,
And
I love Phil and I love everything. I love the But Serious stuff and like the live concerts from Berlin that they showed and all the Not Dead Yet tour and the first Final Fair, all that stuff with Phil is some of my greatest memories
Yeah.
in
I was
this.
going to say that you can hear the affection that you've got for him in your voice, and at the end of the immediate family, the movie, I mean, there's that touching emotional scene where the two of you do get really emotional. You get choked up, don't you, when you share an embrace and stuff, and it's so
Well, and
lovely.
that was the day of our last show. That was the last show we played ever was that day. And so we were all nerves were really, you know,
Yeah,
so every time that I watch the film, when it comes to that, I choke up on it
yeah.
because I love the guy so much. And knowing that he's hurting and has had to call it quits breaks my heart because I would wish he could go out for another 5 or 10 years